Some gifts really do keep on giving, don't they? Before we left for Alaska in August, Mom's grapevine was weighed down with fruit, and collecting the harvest turned out to be a joint effort, as fresh grape clusters ripened to perfection. Or at least pretty close to it. Between my parents, myself, and several of the grandkids, we had enough grapes for quite a few rounds of homemade juice, as well as plenty to stock the freezer for months to come. On one evening in particular, I couldn't resist lingering in the golden glow of a slow summer night with my tripod, knowing that nature would soon press pause on such a harvest, and before long, the woody vine would shed her deciduous leaves in preparation for a dormant season ahead. I love to capture moments of natural beauty, and when they seem especially fleeting, I want to hold on just a little longer, savoring the rare and subtle nuance of each experience before it's gone. This time was no exception. As summer light played across the grassy yard, I tried to remember a time before the leafy vine filled this space. Except I couldn't. I couldn't remember what it looked like over 20 years ago when the vine first got her start on this naked plot of ground. I later reminisced about it with my mom, and she reminded me how her dad brought a small cutting from his own vine in South Georgia and rooted it down here on a cool January day, paving the way for future generations to enjoy his grapes for many years to come. At the time, none of us expected Papa would be gone less than 2 years later. He would never get to see the grapevine mature or drink from the delicious juice of her fruit. And he would never see his great-grandchildren frolic among the leaves or play countless games of hide-and-seek beneath her flourishing canopy. Yet all these things are possible today because of one thoughtful labor of love. Papa knew how much my mom admired his grapevine on the property in South Georgia, and he wanted to propagate the seed for her and others to enjoy as well. It never ceases to amaze me how God's design allows something so big to spring forth from a small act of kindness. In His divine wisdom, He set in motion the law of sowing and reaping. And as I prepared for this video, a few lines from the old gospel song, "It Will Rain Again," kept coming to mind. Like my papa, you and I can't see what the future holds, or what will come of the small seeds we plant today. But if we continue sowing, we can rest assured there is great harvest ahead. I hope you've enjoyed this time of making grape juice together. And before I go, I'd like to leave you with this gospel chorus to encourage you in the coming days. Whatever you're going through, remember, it will rain again. The fruit will fill the vine. The stalk will bend with wheat. The grapes burst forth with wine. So go into your field. Your work is not in vain. God promised harvest, and I know it will rain.